Lately, I have been finding myself so distracted by my phone. I am constantly checking social media, checking my notifications, letting myself waste hours and hours doing absolutely nothing. So, in order to combat the endless distractions and doom scrolling on my phone, I am spending the next 24 hours without screens. That means no phone, no computer, and no TV. Hopefully, by eliminating all these distractions and staying off social media, I can spend my time actually reading some amazing books and really allow myself to just unplug and relax. I want to see what a reading day is like for me if I completely unplug. How much I can read, how fast I read, if I get distracted. Also, just mentally. I want to see what that does to me mentally to unplug, because I don't think I've gone a day not looking at my phone ever. Maybe it's happened on accident, but never intentionally. Okay, I just woke up. It is 8:59. It's almost 9 a.m. I haven't even scrolled through all these notifications that I have yet because I have not been looking. I wanted to start my no screens immediately. I'm just gonna put my phone on Do Not Disturb. My laptop has already been put away. All of my TV remotes have been put away. I am leaving my phone out just for safety reasons, but I will not be touching it, looking at it, anything. And the book that I decided I'm gonna read is going to be The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. This is a new book, cottagecore fantasy romance. It's sapphic, and I've just been so excited for it. The publisher was kind enough to send me a copy, and along with it, they sent a lot of like little goodies, and with it was this adorable little pot of honey, which, fun fact about me, I love honey. I put honey on everything. I'm not even kidding. I go through honey like it's nobody's business. So I thought it would be cute while I'm reading this to like make a honey latte and some other just like honey things and really dive into the theme of the Honey Witch. I'm also just curious to try this honey. I kind of wish I knew what kind of honey it was. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, they probably just bought some like store-bought honey and like transferred it into this cute little pot, which is fine. I just wish I knew what kind it was. I haven't had my coffee yet. I'm gonna go make a honey latte and get into The Honey Witch. The Honey Witch is following this girl who is being trained by her grandma to be the next Honey Witch, which comes with a bunch of magic and independence, but there is a price. The Honey Witch is cursed that no one can fall in love with them. We have my honey latte. Let's give it a little taste. Very good. All right, so I am going to start reading. I'm very curious to see how this goes because already I'm doing things differently than I normally do. I'm a very routine person where like I do the same things at the same times every day, and every single day when I drink my coffee in the morning, I watch an episode of reality TV. That is just how I start my day every single day. So the fact that I'm not doing that right now, my body feels like, what's going on? Something's wrong. I just got to part 2, which is about 100 pages in, and I'm enjoying it so far. I was a little skeptical going in because I have heard mixed things about it. I feel like a lot of people have been giving it like 3 stars. So far, I'm enjoying it. So basically what it's about is it's about this girl who comes from a long line of witches, specifically honey witches, who harvest magic from bees and honey. And it's actually giving like a little bit of Halloween Town vibes because she finds out that her mom forsake her own magic so that she could marry and be in love with this like regular dude. Now her grandmother is dying and needs a witch to come to the island and like take over. So she comes for the main character, Marigold. And the mom is like, oh my god, no, you can't go. Magic is bad. You're gonna die, like blah, blah, blah. But Marigold is very much like, Mom, you can't stop me. So she goes to the island with her grandma, and her grandma is like training her in all of the magic and how to care for the bees. There's a lot of honey. So much honey, which I'm happy with. As a lover of honey, I was hoping that this would lean into the imagery of just honey dripping everywhere, and I love that. So she's been training with her grandmother and learning how to be a honey witch. Honey witches are opposed by these things called ash witches, and one of the ash witches is the one that cursed her grandmother and their whole line to where no one can ever fall in love with them because she like wanted the honey witches to die out. But of course, there's a very cute redhead girl on the island that the main character has met and is like, oh my god, she's so beautiful, it's so distracting. It's exactly what I wanted. Very cozy, very cute, very cottagecore, very magical. I haven't really gotten to the romance yet. Obviously, like, she's met the girl and thinks she's beautiful, so I'm curious to see how that's gonna play out. All right, I got dressed and I wanted to dress very honey witch vibes, so here is my honey witch outfit. Very much giving flower, cottagecore. Like, I am ready to go save the bees, do some magic. It's very weird because I just realized I have no idea what time it is. I think my phone is the only clock that I have. Oh no, wait, I do have a clock in my bedroom. Let me go see what time it is because I have no idea. 10:38, so it's still pretty early. It's very weird because I keep having the urge to pick up my phone. I keep like thinking of something that I want to Google or something that I want to do. I'm like, oh, I should message this person or search this thing, but I can't do that. Okay, I forgot to show you guys. Got this really beautiful artwork of the two main characters in the book. So we have Marigold, the honey witch, looking beautiful. And then on the back, Lottie, her love interest, also looking beautiful, like stunning. Also, Lottie is tatted up. Like, she has full sleeves of tattoos. There's neck tattoos peeking out. Beautiful, gorgeous. Oh my god, I am actually tearing up over a bee dying. Why am I crying over a bee? There was this cute scene where Marigold and Lottie were like bantering. Lottie was like scared of the bees and was like, are they gonna sting me? Marigold was like, no, they listen to me, they won't sting you, but don't cross me, because then they will. And then they were kind of bantering and Lottie was like, oh, your magic is fake, and that upset Marigold, and her being upset made one of the bees sting Lottie, and then the bee died. The bee died, and Marigold got really upset, and I'm upset too. I'm so sad. I'm now 200 pages in. I love this. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. I love the romance it's building. I feel like this is just the intersection of all of my interests. Cozy fantasy, grumpy sunshine romance, sapphic, cottagecore, honey and bees and flowers, and making like little poultices and potions. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love it. I love it. I will say it's like very predictable, which I feel like goes hand in hand with cozy books. There is a sense of coziness in predictability. So I'm not saying it's predictable in a bad way. I kind of think I know everything that's gonna happen, which I'm fine with because I'm enjoying it. I'm here for the ride. I love all the little banter. I love that Marigold is like really trying to convince Lottie that magic is real, and Lottie is just like not buying it whatsoever, but they have chemistry with each other, and there's like lingering looks and lingering touches, and like they always want to be right next to each other, staring deeply into each other's eyes. There was one scene where Marigold was like, here, taste this honey, and she like scooped up some honey and then Lottie licked it off of her fingers, and I was like, okay. The part that I'm at right now, they are about to travel because Marigold's sister is getting married, so they're traveling to her wedding, and it's very cute and cozy and romantic, and I'm just having a great time. All right, I changed into my honey witch pajama outfit because these shorts are more comfy than the skirt, but I'm still giving cottagecore Honey Witch. I finished. Oh my god, I loved it. It was so good. It was so good. I feel like this is literally the perfect combination of things that I love. It's like a little bit of Bridgerton mixed with practical magic, super gay. I kind of want to give it 5 stars. Like, that is the feeling that I'm feeling right now. I was obsessed with their romance. I loved Marigold and Lottie. Ugh, oh my god, I loved them. I loved the magic. I'm so glad, because you guys know I've really been struggling with new releases, and like my most anticipated books this year were not hitting. I'm so glad that I loved it, because okay, of all of my most anticipated books this year, this was the one that I was like, that just sounds so perfectly for me. If it's not good, my life is over. It was amazing. Is it a perfect book? No, but I loved it. I loved it. And normally right now, this is when I would like look on Goodreads and read other reviews and like see what other people are saying. But right now, I don't care. I don't care. I loved this book. I have no idea what time it is. I'm gonna guess it's like 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. And I read this literally in one sitting without stopping. Normally, I would be checking my phone a million times, getting distracted, maybe watching TV, doing stuff on my computer. But I read this so fast, I devoured it, and I feel like the day still is only just beginning. And I'm like, okay, now what else do I do with my day? This is definitely going up there as one of my favorite sapphic books, which I've now read 2 sapphic books this year that I am just obsessed with. This one, and then Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. Oh, so good. They're both so good. I need to figure out what am I gonna do now? Because normally when I finish a book, I usually would like do something else. But I don't know what to do with my time if I'm not doing something on the computer. So I guess maybe I should pick another book to read. I guess we'll do that. Let's just go upstairs and pick something else. I've been sitting here staring at my TBR shelf, and I'm like, I don't know what I want to read. I'm in this weird thing where I could read literally anything. I don't know what it should be. I normally have more of like a solid plan. Also, I did change. It's very hot. It's over 100 degrees today, so I no longer need my cozy cottagecore Honey Witch outfit. I'm thinking of like things that I probably wouldn't read for other videos. This could be fun. The Merry Spinster. It's horror short stories based on fairy tales. I kind of feel like I want something fun, because the Honey Witch was very fun. I want something that's like not super serious, that's just like a fun time. Which, okay, this is my whole TBR shelf. Ignore the state of it right now. This is the result of me doing all of my unhauls, and then I put all of my TBR books onto this whole shelf. However, they do not all fit, so I've been having to like strategically go through and organize things. They're not done, so they will look better. I could do a monster romance. I could do like a fun sci-fi. I could do another sapphic book. I put all of my sapphic stuff right here. In that corner, I have like more cozy fantasy. This is a weird angle. Can you see me? I remembered I had more TBR books in this crate that I hadn't brought upstairs yet. So I'm gonna pull out all of these, and then maybe there's gonna be something on here that will speak to me. From the books on that crate, there were 2 that were speaking to me. One of them is Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee. But the other one, I feel like I have to read this one, Shades of Milk and Honey. I have to. The honeys have to go together. It fits in with my theme of the day. So this one is like a Pride and Prejudice with magic. And if you know the lore of my channel, I've had this whole series for so long. I put them on so many different TBRs. I feel like every single year I'm like, I'm gonna read Shades of Milk and Honey. And I think it's finally time. I think I have to. This is precisely the sort of tale we would expect from Jane Austen if she lived in a world where magic was real. I'm either gonna love it or I'm gonna hate it. I love Pride and Prejudice, so things that are compared to Pride and Prejudice either end up being my favorite things or I judge them so harshly. We will see how this goes. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And then if I do end up finishing this before the day's over, I will pick up this one because it is very short and I feel like I can read this quickly. Let's go read this. I am now 100 pages into Shades of Milk and Honey. I think it's like 3 o'clock. I don't have any clocks downstairs, any working clocks downstairs. I would guess it's like 3:30. I was a little nervous at the beginning of this, but now I'm loving it. So basically the reason that I was nervous was because this basically takes place in kind of like an alternate Regency vibe. There's magic where people can like learn the art of glamour. The main character Jane, she's very proficient in glamour. Both her and her sister are like out in society and looking for husbands, but Jane is like the old spinster, ugly, like whatever. You know, ugly. And her sister is like the young, beautiful one that everybody wants. And Jane has feelings for their neighbor, Mr. Dunkirk. I hate his name because every time I hear it, I think of the Christopher Nolan movie. So Jane has feelings for him, but so does her sister. Her sister is like hoping that he courts her. I was nervous at first that it was gonna be like, oh, the sisters are both in love with the same guy and a Bridgerton season 2 situation, you know? But I'm further into the book now and I am very happy to say Dunkirk is not the love interest. I was thinking he was like the Darcy. He's not, okay? It's this other guy, Vincent, who's another glamourist. And in every single scene that he's had with Jane so far, he doesn't like her. He's like, I want nothing to do with this girl. He's given her eyes. She is interpreting as being like, oh, he hates me. Now I am really enjoying it and we'll see how it goes. It's interesting because I can see the elements of Pride and Prejudice, but I wouldn't say that it's like a Pride and Prejudice retelling, which it doesn't say that it is anywhere. It's just inspired and I can see like the pieces of it, but it's very different so far and I'm just having a fun time. Since it's already like afternoon, and I've been doing this now for maybe like 6 hours. I haven't looked at my phone all day, haven't opened my computer, haven't turned on the TV. Happy to say I'm enjoying that. This morning it was a little difficult because I kept feeling like the impulse to do something on my phone and I kept forgetting that I'm not using my phone right now. So I would like go to pick it up and then realize it's not there. But I think now I've gotten over the crutch of using it and I'm relaxed, I'm chill. I feel like I'm having a very like peaceful day, which is nice. I just finished Shades of Milk and Honey and I really enjoyed this. Oh my god, I'm so glad because I've had this on my shelves for so long and I've just always had this feeling that I would love it and I did. It's not a 5-star, I think I would give it a 4 stars because here's the thing about Pride and Prejudice. Pride and Prejudice has no plot, okay? All right? But I love that for it. I love that for it. This went into the same vein. Not a lot of plot, but I really loved the vibes. It reminded me of Hearthstone, which is another Pride and Prejudice with magic, although this one leans more into like dragons and creatures, where this one leans more like whimsical, magical powers. But here's the thing. Pride and Prejudice with magic, I eat it up. I eat it up, I love it. I don't care if it's all the same. I don't care if it's the same story that I've read a million times. I love it. Only reason this one is a 4-star, not a 5-star, is because I feel like Jane and then her love interest, they didn't have like a ton of scenes together. I would have liked a little more emphasis on their romance because what was there I loved. And I think that the whole rest of the series, which I have, I think that they're all following the same couple, which I kind of thought that every book would be about a different character, a different couple, but I think they're all following this couple because at the end of this book, it made reference to like, their adventures aren't over, but you'll hear about that another time. So I feel like potentially I could get more romance in the rest of the books, which I definitely will at least be reading the next one to see if I continue to enjoy them. Also, it's very funny because both of these books plus the last book that I read, so the last 3 books that I've read now have had the same trope where you have a grumpy love interest who's an artist who is acting the entire book like they don't like the main character, but then the main character finds like their sketchbook and in it is just tons of pictures that they drew of them like obsessively. I love it. I love that trope. I will never get tired of it. I eat it up every time. Every time. Just put it in every book. I don't care. I love it. So yeah, it's like 6 o'clock now. I definitely could read something else. I could read this. I'm kind of feeling tired, but I'm like, what do I do? Because it's too early to go to bed. It's too late in the day to take a nap. But what else is there to do? I don't know. I don't know what to do with my time if I'm not looking at screens, but I don't really want to read something. Everything I can think of is like chores. I guess I could like do the dishes. What do people do? What are hobbies? What are things that people do? I'll just like sit here and stare off into space for a little bit. I might start this. What's interesting though is that I don't feel like burnt out on reading. I just read 2 books back to back and I'm like, I feel fine. Normally when I'm like reading a lot in one day, I start to feel burnt out or like I'm pushing myself too hard to read. And I don't know, I've just felt very relaxed all day. Like I've just felt like I'm in my own little bubble. I have no idea what's going on. And I really like that. I think I'm officially done reading for the day. I finished Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee. And I loved this too. I think I'm gonna give this one, I'm gonna go 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. So this one is about this girl named Esther whose family, when she was a kid, her whole family was murdered by this manticore, which is like this lion, scorpion, hybrid monster that just goes into these like frenzy killing sprees where it just like kills a ton of people. And so after that tragedy, she makes it her life's mission to hunt down manticores. And in this kingdom, they use these creatures called a roc, which are like giant birds. You train with them and you partner with a specific roc that's like your partner, and you go out on hunting missions together trying to hunt manticores. So she has now partnered with a roc named Zara, and they are training to hunt. And so it's all about that. It's all about the bond between her and this creature and her quest for revenge, and also her friendship with another hunter. And it was so good. It was so good. Like, okay, I have said this about Fonda Lee before because she wrote the Greenbone saga, like Jade City, all of that. And I've said this about her. She makes me care about action scenes. I normally don't care. Like people fighting, creatures fighting, I'm like, boring. I don't care. Fonda Lee makes me care, okay? She's the only one. She's the only one. She makes me care about fight scenes. I was so invested. I loved this. I mean, it's so short, but I was so invested in the characters and in this creature and their relationship. It has a very bittersweet ending, but like I couldn't see it ending any other way. I just really loved this. I thought it was great. I thought it was a really great novella. I would love to see more stories in this world. I don't know if that's in the plans, but I really enjoyed this. So that brings my total of books that I've read today to 3. I read all 3 of these books today. I didn't look at my phone once. I didn't go on my computer. I didn't watch TV. And look at how productive I am. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked because I wasn't even trying hard. I wasn't even trying hard to read. I was just doing nothing else. And I could read more. It's only 7:50. I could read another novella. I go to bed at 9, so I have an hour until I go to bed. So I could read another thing that's like short, but I don't want to. I don't want to. I kind of just want to lay in bed and decompress. I need to take Loki. We'll go on a little walk. He's on the floor in front of me, so I don't want him to hear me. But I feel so good. Like, I don't know. What is this? I feel so good. I feel so refreshed. I'm like, I gotta do this more. I really do. I really enjoyed this. And I enjoyed everything that I read. We had a 5-star, 2 4 stars. And this book, which I've literally had on my shelves for like 8 years, and I've constantly been saying I want to read and I just never make myself do it. This was so successful. I loved this. Definitely let me know if you want me to do this again. I wanted to test this out just like first and do it for one day and see if it's even something that's doable for me, and it was. So potentially the next step is to do this again for even longer. And I encourage all of you to try it out. Just try putting the screens away for a day. Just having a little relaxing day where you just read and do nothing else and unplug, because I've had a great time. And honestly, I'm not even like wanting to pick up my phone. I'm not even like, oh my god, I have to check my phone right now or I'm gonna die. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and check out my Patreon where I post tons of exclusive content. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!